In 2022, and Bob Stefanowski says now that summer is winding down, he is ramping up his campaign.
And today, the Republican candidate for governor unveiled his education agenda, which includes giving parents more control.
Chief political reporter Susan Raff has the latest from the campaign trail.
In 2 months, voters will decide who should be Connecticut's next governor, and education is certainly an important issue.
So I hope everybody had a good summer, because the next 2 months are going to be rocking and rolling.
Bob Stefanowski is focused on what children are learning in school. He's unveiling a parent's Bill of Rights.
We shouldn't be introducing complex topics like sexual orientation or gender ID before the kids have the capacity to understand it. And in some cases, before kids can even tie their shoes.
Not exactly that young, but children in grades 6 through 8 are learning sexual orientation. Some parents feel it should be up to them to have these conversations.
There's just a personal responsibility for the family to step up and do what they need to do.
Stefanowski is also against transgender biological males competing against girls in high school athletics. Cheryl Radachowski's daughter ran track against transgender athletes. She is suing the state.
We are really hopeful that fairness will be restored to women's sports.
To improve education, the Republican gubernatorial candidate supports a voucher system in cities like Hartford to allow students to attend charter and magnet schools. Currently, there is a lottery system, and more seats have been added to give students that option. Governor Lamont supports more seats. As for sexual orientation and transgender athletes, the governor says leave out politics.
I believe in local education. They're going to make the right choices and keep the politicians out of it. 2 months before an election day, we don't need to make a lot of political hay at the expense of these young people.
Governor Lamont says Connecticut has some of the best schools and teachers in the country. As for Stefanowski, he'd like to see some of the surplus used to improve school security. The Lamont administration says since Sandy Hook, about $100 million has been spent to improve security. At the state capitol in Hartford, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.